Hello, hello, my loves. Look, me being me, I was thinking, okay, my brain works sometimes. No, it works all the time. Look, I was thinking about something, and I was thinking about this movie called Field of Dreams that I watched a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so. But let me tell you about the dream, just in case. I mean, the movie, blah blah blah. Just in case you haven't seen it, right? Okay, so it was about this farmer, played by Kevin Costner, right? And he met his wife, and they moved to Iowa to start a farm, right? Um, he left everything packed up and moved to Iowa. But let's get back to this. His dad wanted him to be a baseball player. He wanted his son to live out his dreams of being a baseball player, but that's not exactly what he wanted to do. Okay, so anyways, I believe he moved away, and his dad passed away. And he never got to pitch or play with his dad one last time because his dad passed away. So, but anyways, he moved to Iowa, and him and his wife had started this farm. It was him and his wife and his daughter had started this farm. And anyways, one day he was out tending to the farm, and he heard a loud voice say, "If you build it, he will come." And he looked around. He looked around. He was wondering, he's like, "What? Who's there?" And he asked his wife and his daughter, "Did y'all hear that?" Of course they couldn't hear what the voice said to him. If you build it, he will come. So, anyways, he goes back out to the field again, and the voice is louder. If you build it, he will come. And he thinks he's going crazy, like he's talking to his wife, like, "Y'all, can you hear that?" And the wife is like, "No, I can't hear that. I can't hear what you're hearing." And anyways, this voice is something inside of him. This voice is this feeling. The voice is real. It's inside of him. So he goes to his wife with this idea and tells her that he should, something is telling him that he should cut the cornfield down and build a football field. So the baseball player, his name is, what's the baseball player? Hold on. Joe Jackson, who had passed away, right, could come to the field. He didn't know exactly Joe Jackson was coming. I may be getting it, but he didn't know exactly if Joe Jackson was coming to the field. He just knew that he needed to build. He knew that he heard a voice saying that he needed to build this baseball field. So he talked to his wife, and him and his wife talked it over, and he did that. He built that field, not knowing why, but he knew something inside of him. This voice told him, if you build it, they will come. So he built the field, and when he got done with it, him and his wife and his daughter, they sat on a bench. And sure enough, this ghost, Joe Jackson, who had passed away, came out in the field, and he looked around. And he was looking around, and he looked, and he asked Kevin Costner, "Am I in heaven? Where am I?" And Kevin Costner was like, "No, this isn't heaven." And Kevin Costner looking at him like, "You passed away, you're asking if this is heaven. But anyways, he builds this field, and Joe Jackson is very excited. He asked him, "Can some of my friends come, and play on the field?" And Kevin is like, "Yeah." So he got the field done, and his brother-in-law and his wife, brother-in-law, mother-in-law, and wife show up, asking them, have they lost their mind? You've cut down this corn, which is going to bring money in to keep this farm going. That is your way of living. You cut it down, and now we're not going to be able to produce to pay for the living, right? So, anyways, they're sitting out, and they go out, and the baseball players are playing, and the mother the brother-in-law, mother-in-law, the brother-in-law, and the other wife could not see the players. And they was like, y'all don't see the players out there playing. They was like, thought he had lost his mind, because they couldn't see what the wife, the daughter, and Kevin could see, right? But he built that field on faith of something bigger than what could be seen. So, anyways, y'all gotta check the movie out. The Most High has him on other tasks, other than building this field. He has to go and get this author, this writer, was played by the actor James Earl Jones, and he's a writer who had wrote about Joe Jackson, what they call him, Shoeless Joe. I'm just looking at my notes because sometimes I don't get it right, I don't retain it. So he goes to this another state to out on a limb. They don't have any money. They're almost about to lose their house. They're not producing any corn. And his wife is like, "Are you crazy?" But then he talks about something. He sees this vision of him sitting in a field at a baseball game with James Earl Jones, and something happens, a pitch or something happens. She seen that vision. She had a dream. God had allowed her to see the same dream that her husband had seen, right? So anyways, after he tells her about the dream, she's like, "Go ahead and go." They living off faith at this point. Faith in the unseen. It couldn't be nothing other than that. She trusted him to build a field. They didn't know how they're going to pay their way for living and be kept on the land. But she had faith in her husband. And he went and he went and met up with that author and talked to him. And the author trying to turn him away until the author knew something, because the Most High had been speaking to him. And he was on this same chase too. But at a point in his life, he kind of gave up. You know what I'm saying? He gave up on chasing these things, The author, James Earl, gave up on it. Right? And he went inside of his place and he gave up on writing. He was a writer, he was a philosopher. He gave up on it, He was like, it's rabbit holes. It almost drove him crazy, he felt like. So he gave up on it, right? So, but anyways, when Kevin Costner comes to him and he says this certain thing at a baseball game, it triggers something in him and they go to see a doctor. You guys, this movie is so good. I'm just going to get to the story of what I'm trying to say, okay? A lot of us are in the same position of the movie Field of Dreams. A lot of us have been on a quest for the Most High. A lot of us have done things that our family can't see and understand, and it's not their fault because they're not connected to the Most High like we are. And a lot of us have left our jobs. We have left our families behind. We have went on these different places that the Most High tells us to go. Like me, for instance, I know that I heard a loud voice in my head telling me to leave my ex, leave. When I was driving, a loud voice said, "Don't go back," And divine things happen to us that other people can't see and understand, okay? Even our family. Our family don't know who we are. They can't, they believe in the Most High. They believe in a God. They believe in a Jesus. But they don't know the God that we know, because the God that we know talks to us in different forms and different voices in different ways and leads us on these journeys. So the Most High had me go to some places that I don't even understand. And I'm like, God, I don't even have a job. How am I going to pay for this? How am I going to do this? But me trusting in God, I went on those ventures. I went on those journeys, and I'm on this journey now in the field of dreams right now. And God is having me to trust. Trust, God said, just like right now where I'm at, God is saying, trust. Trust, build that field, LaShandria. Build that field so they can come. If you build it, he will come. Build that field, and I will come. And I will place everybody on each the baseball field, on first base, second base, third base, outfield, catcher, pitcher. I will bring these things to you if you just have faith in me. I know it might be scary. I know you feel like you might lose your home. You might not have enough to get by. But at the end of this movie, let me tell y'all something. The little girl said she saw the dream. She spoke it out. She was sitting on a bench and she said, "They're going to come, Daddy. People are going to come here. I got chills, y'all. Oh, but God, I got chills going all through my body. She said that daddy, they will come. People are going to come and pay just to see this field. Even though they could see the players and the other people weren't able to see the players, they're going to come just to see this field because it was built off faith. It was built off God. And they're going to come. She said, Daddy, they're going to be lined up and people are going to pay you just to come and see this field. They're going to be lined up. So here, this is my message to you because I'm getting emotional because God is a just God. God is able to do all things. If you just hold on and have faith and believe that God has not led you. God has not led you this far to leave you. God has something higher for you. God is doing a new thing in your life. It's not what it looked like. Okay? God has prepared you. God has taken you on a journey and you have followed that journey more than likely if you are me. You have followed that journey. You have listened to that higher voice, that inner knowing. You have trusted it. Even when you didn't have a dime, even when you thought you lost everything, God always showed up with divine interventions. And God is saying to me to tell you today to hold on because I'm bringing some divine interventions in your life. Have faith in that dream. Have trust in me. Have faith in the knowing that I'm doing a great things, a greater work. So right now, we are preparing. We are being prepared to help the conscious rise, to help awaken people, to help heal, to be this world. Y'all, we are fixing to experience the biggest evolution ever known to humanity. Do you understand me? This ain't like the past. This ain't nothing like anything that has been ever written in history. I promise y'all, this is big. This is big. And to those who God have called, I want to tell you this, to God, those who God have called and those who God have chosen, hold on. Don't turn back. Don't give up. Keep trusting. Keep asking. Keep praying and keep your faith because I know. Keep your faith because I know it gets hard sometimes when you can't see what God is doing. But God is an ever-loving God. God has always showed up for you. So let's stay strong. Let's stay anchored in the light. Let's keep lifting each other up. Let's come together. Let's keep building. We coming out. I promise you, it's so, so good. God wants me to let you know that it's better than what you could ever imagine. It's bigger than what you could ever imagine. The things you'll be going to be doing are bigger than what you can imagine. So hold on, my love. Hold on to God's unchanging hand. Don't let this 3D dimension, this 3D reality trick you out of your space, out of your spot. Don't let it turn you around. Keep going. You got this. Keep building. Keep going. Keep listening to what God has placed on your heart. Keep listening to that voice that God puts in your mind because it's directly from the conscious because you are connected. You are connected directly to the Most High. You are connected directly to the divine creator, divine feminine, divine masculine flow. You are connected to something higher, the higher realms, the higher gods, the higher goddesses, the ancestors. You are connected to these things. Hold on. Keep your faith and watch God move. Watch God. God is moving. I'm telling you, you see the light blink? God is moving. Coming out. Whatever the tricks the enemy try to pull on you, send it back to return it to sender with love and intent. Those thoughts that come through and tell you you're not going to be able to pay your bills, you're not going to have anywhere to stay, you're not going to have anything to eat. You're not going to be able to make it because you trust in a God that's higher than the gods of this world. Send it back, return it to sender. With love and intent, I send that thought back. That lower vibrator, I send you to the light where you can evolve and do good. Because the more we think in a lower state, the more we create lower vibrating things. If we think war, that's what we're going to have. But if we think peace, this is what we're going to have. If we think love, this is what we're going to have. We create with our thoughts. We create with our heart. We create with our mouths. We create here by being connected here to the Christ consciousness. And I'm not talking about no Jesus Christ. It's bigger than this, y'all. It's bigger than this. It's about this. It's happening, okay? It's happening. It is so. It is so. It is. This is a message from the Most High. Hold on. And if you haven't watched the movie, Field of Dreams. It came out in 1989. Go check it out. And see, won't you come back to this video and tell me that's what's happening in your life. That's what has happened. Nobody around you knows who you are. No one around you knows what you see but you and God. But I know. I know what you see and hear. Anyways, I love you, my loves. Have a great day. I'll see you soon, okay? Ooh, my heart is full, y'all. My heart is full. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. God is a just, loving God. My faith has never been weak. I may have tried to check out of here, but God says you're going to stay. You got a mission, LaShandria. You got a mission. And it's coming to alignment. Yeah. I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Ooh, yeah.